Hi everyone. Today is November the 1st. Brand new monthly candle that's going to begin today. We have 3 monthly candles in the SPY. And of course, this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. We ended the month really right above the 50% marker. So as we look at the prior 3 months, we can see actually 4 months, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. Okay, and so this gives us a very specific trend, and that's downward. Now, notice this is the wave that's trying to be retraced, this one from here to here. So the big wave says high, low, lower, high. Instead of a lower low, which could happen, I expect more of a lower congested formation. Today, we have the FOMC at 2 p.m. And then we have, sorry about my voice trailing off, looking to my other computers. We have this refunding that the Fed is going to release. That's going to be of significance, I believe. And so we'll see. Now, let's take a look what's happening on the day. As I mentioned in yesterday morning's event, this 417 area should give us our first region of resistance. It blew past it, and indeed, it tried to get to this wick at 418.77. Right? And so that's the next high marker, right? 418.80. It got just shy of there and retraced. Now remember, today is likely to have quite a few wicks. Our monthly candles say trend down. Our weekly candles say trend down, except that we're holding a higher low on this week. So 412 is still our line in the sand. Now, what we want to do is move this beautiful marker, all the things you learn about TrendSpider when you keep using it. We look here and we see this line with about, 414.65 is the last time we really ran through the opens and closes of said motion, right? So that might be the floor for here. I'm going to sit on my hands a lot today. I simply am, I really want to see what the traders are going to do. But suffice to say, if it comes down here at the 414-ish area, it's going to make for a nice tidy long. And if it loses the area and heads back to 413.84, I'm out. Okay, so 414.65, 413.80, which is a 90-cent move. So it's not a little one. So you watch your size, okay? Watch your size. Right now, this morning, we have not breached yesterday's high. We are now below yesterday's close. That means bears are trying to push below. And so they're going to push below to that 415 area and likely give us some room to hold, right? That region. Yeah, let's see, we can move. Nah, we don't want to move it. 415 or so. All right. Boy, that was a lot of chatter over the cues, but that's okay. I mean, the SPY. Now, let's look at this one. Same thing, last 4 months. High, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. That's clear trend, right? This one gapped into this body, but then completely gave it all up, right? So troublesome, to say the least. And it gapped up and then fell. So this is what we're looking for this month. Does it gap up and fade, or does it hold? We're looking for that same sort of thing, right? The gap up and fade, or the gap down, bounce and fade. All right, so same thing for the month and week in terms of waves. High, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, except we're trying to make a new floor. So my suspicion is that this entire process is indeed this bottoming, in quotations, I'm using that word, it's going to be very noisy. Because if we go to quarterly charts, you can see that we're right in the middle of candlesticks that collapsed and went up. If we take a look at the ES, it's a lot cleaner. But again, for these candlesticks, right, we tried our best to get up here, could not, right? It is already November, and we have not retraced what we got to see last year, right? So we bounced up, and now we're headed back and choking around this area, right? This is the last big wave that we had that's 2 years long. And that's what this Fibonacci is built on. All right, let's go back to our monthly. Enough sightseeing. And let's look at the lines in the sand, right? This one looks a little bit more bullish than the others, right? We had some reports, AMD, kind of a nothing burger, FSLR, pretty good. We'll see how it holds in the tape. But 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4 days of higher lows, 3 days of higher highs. We'll see. Above 351, it's going to be long again. They're going to break right out, just like the long above that 348.70. Let's do that right here. 348.80. That's going to be that zone. If it pulls back into that region, buyers are going to hold unless they don't, and then we get out of the way and we let them see what they can do. If you want to short this, I would say it's going to be a very whippy day, and we're in the middle of a gigantic candle. Wait for old broken support to engage. Could it be this one? Yes. Could it be this one? Yes. Could it be the one well above it here? Yes, at 353. So you want to be very careful shorting. Let's take a look at the ES. Hello. All right, 4 months down. Trying desperately to hold this edge. I don't know if we had some news that just popped out. Maybe we did, because we do see a lift off of these zones. Listen, if you're looking at candlestick formations, you could say, hey, I'm breaking out over here. I'm going long. If it fades, this is the line, 41.94, that you want to look at that says, all right, 41.97. You want to look at it and go, you know, if I lose that, then 41.90 is next, and I don't want to do that. But as long as you are seeing buying, 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 these wicks from underneath, breaking through this top, that's a buy zone. You just don't want to hold it forever, and certainly you want to see those 1 minute candles continue to advance. All right, where's the top end? 42.27 is what I said yesterday. I'm still inclined to believe that that is where this chart is off to, and then 42.40, right? Clear bullish pressure. But at some juncture, folks, we are going to retrace, because this is not going to be a V-bottom. Well, I say it with a ton of certainty, and nobody knows, but I'm inclined to believe this is not a V-bottom, all right? If it holds, it's going to go to the next ledge. If you are tentatively long and price action has continued in a positive way for you over the last 3 days, please remember what we want to do is hold the lower floors as higher lows, okay? So you want to be super careful there. Let's take a look at the NQ. Today, we've got, sorry, sneeze. Today, we've got EIA and that sort of thing. And then, you know, we've got this FOMC thing at 2 o'clock. It's going to be a day for me to study and look at some trades that I might put on for a longer hold. I know we've been sitting in longer term trades. It's because the speed that the markets are moving right now, it's just, it's very hard. Very, very hard to say. All right, now, as we move into the NQ, you can see it. It's got some lift, but it did come in and try to bottom twice here. So we're going to anticipate that 14,422 is probably going to be the better long. Could you take it after the breach of 14,451? Absolutely. Where are you going? This wick and then this wick, right? Maybe we move that up here a little bit. Yeah, but as it comes here, you're going to see sellers piling. Sellers are going to try to pile in. Now, could they be pushed out of the way? Yes, absolutely, if the pressure is high. But this is a messy market. And so if you were long, you take a little profit here, you trade around the position. I know some people don't like this idea of trading around the position, but it is what it is. All right, last thing, let's take a look at gold. Gold came off of its high, still pushing really high. A lot of people talking about how gold, 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 gold. Anytime that happens, I think it's time to sell. Call me crazy, but I just do. Once the airways start really filling with gold, 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 I'm going to look for a top. And there is a bit of one right here, right? But it is breaking to the north. Big candlesticks. Here's the problem with gold big candlesticks. They retrace. And this one, all the way down from 1630, has yet to retrace. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised to see it down there. I'm going to shift that Fibonacci now. Okay, so again, what are we looking at? A break off of the high from the week and then coming down into support. But look what's happening. As it comes into the the close of the prior week, it starts to bounce. And so that's where we're going to look for a floor today, if you're so inclined. All right, that's it for me. Short session today, but got to get to those charts and see what's up. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on the platforms.